Hey guys, I'm back with another YouTube video. It's just Riri. So today I'm going to be doing a quick little tutorial. Well, not just a quick tutorial of like a natural beat, I guess. I did 2 looks already for it, but I didn't do an actual like YouTube video for it. So today I'm going to be doing like a quick little tutorial of like a natural look. I will say it's probably the quickest routine that I have. I realized that when I did the video, like it took me like less than about 30 minutes or so to do the whole look, just like sitting. So it's definitely quicker than my normal routine because I like to be all bedazzled with my eyes. So yeah, so because I'm trying to do another video today as well. So yeah, so let's get to the natural look. As always, I did my eyebrows first because y'all know how I feel about my eyebrows. It's always the journey, girl. So gonna be doing, of course, my eyeshadow first. Gonna be using the Fenty Beauty concealer on my eyelids in the number 330. I did realize at one point that, you know, obviously this isn't the correct number because it's supposed to measure your foundation. So, but considering that I'm just, you know, considering my eyes to set my eyelids for concealer, it's fine. I mean, for eyeshadow, it's fine that I'm using it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my eyelids. I am gonna eventually do a video with my eyebrows when I just get more comfortable with my eyebrows. So, you know, it's not gonna always be just me automatically having them done. But anyway, so gonna go ahead and set that with my beauty blender. I got the beauty blender from Morphe, but you can pretty much get a beauty blender from anywhere. I've had beauty blenders from beauty supply stores, and you know, you don't have to spend a lot of beauty blenders. It just all depends on the type of beauty blender that you want. But I use my beauty blender to basically blend in any imperfections that I notice when I'm overall done with my makeup. But definitely when I do my eyes, I like to, you know, use that to blend it out. So I'm using ColourPop Flutter by ColourPop. I'm doing a natural look today. So I'm just kind of deciding on which one to use. So I'm going to be using, first shade I'm going to be using is Angel BB as a dark color, kind of a background color. As you guys probably already know, I don't like using natural tones in my makeup at all, so this is definitely interesting for me. So yeah, I'm just gonna be applying that first color on in the corner because I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna conceal the front area of my eye and then blend it in with a different, like a shimmer color. So what I'm starting to do now is, instead of me working on one eye, I like to try to do both and just kind of keep up with consistent in case I have more than one color I'm gonna use and I probably will forget. So what I'm going to be doing now is concealing my eye to give it, I noticed that I wasn't really in the camera, so just going to be using the same Fenty concealer to conceal my eye. So I'm just going to be, I definitely gotten better at this because I swear when I first started doing this, I did not know how to do this at all. What I learned is when I put on my eyelid, make sure it's like the correct, like, I guess, shape, or how much, like pretty much how you want it to look. Just make sure it's all blended in and then you let it sit like in your eye before you put anything on, because I've realized that I would put it on too soon and it'll still be wet and then it wouldn't blend correctly, or it'll just look like a bunch of spots. So you definitely gotta make sure when you're done blending in and getting the right shape you want, you have to let it sit, even if it's like maybe a minute or so, not that long, but just make sure it's not wet anymore. Even if you just maybe pat it with your finger or something to see if it's still wet, just making sure that, because it's definitely a difference when you wait for it to dry as opposed to it being wet still. You're definitely going to feel the difference. So just always make sure that you wait maybe a minute or two in between time before you add anything on top. So I'm just going to do both eyes. As you can see, like I said, I like to kind of do both. Now, even with my eyebrows now, I like to trying to do both of them at the same time. That way when I'm done, I can really look and see if I need to fix one or the other, as opposed to focusing 10 minutes on one eyebrow, another 10 minutes on the other one. So just gonna be doing that until it looks like it matches up. So now I've went on ahead and let it sit for a minute. As you can see, I'm just airing it a little bit more so it can finally set. So I'm going to be using two different shades. First I'm going to be applying the shade of Sun Flare from the same palette on top where the concealer is. It's kind of like a shimmery, as you can see, like a shimmery shade. I'm going to be adding another one on top of that when I blend that one in. So I'm going to be going ahead and applying that on the first eyelid. You can see kind of like a crystal, kind of pinkish tone to it. It's still, you know, nude, neutral. I definitely, like I said, y'all, I do not do nudes. I don't do neutral a lot. That's not really my look, but I definitely got a lot of compliments saying that it suits me better than the dramatic eyes I usually have. Now, I'm always at my dramatic eye. Don't get it twisted. I still like my dramatic look, but I will say the subtle look, it is cute. You know, I ain't gonna lie. It's cute on me, so I'm gonna just try to mix it up every now and then, because I know, you know, a lot of people are gonna be asking me to do different looks. So just gonna be doing that a little bit more often. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that and make sure it's blended in correctly. So now I'm just gonna put the shade Angel BB back on to kind of blend it out so it won't look like a harsh area. Definitely want to make sure you blend it out at the end when you're done with the concealing. That way it looks like it's all together. So even if you just dab a little bit of the same shade next to it, just to make sure that it's all blended together, because you don't want it to look like it. Now I am applying, I believe, the shade of Overpacked on top of the Sun Flare to kind of give it like a shimmery glitter look to it. I'm just kind of going back and forth with making sure everything is blended in together. I'm definitely big, I just blend. Like, I hate it when it just looks like you literally just put one color on your eyelid, you put another one. Like, make sure it is blended in. So now I'm going to be, I think I'm wiping off my brush. So now I'm going to be using my ColourPop Glittery Obsessed. It's called Hopeless It's a glittery obsessed body glitter, and it's called Hopeless Romantic. I got it from my best friend, of course. So I love using this. The only thing I will say though, it is a little hard when you're taking it off with makeup wipes, so you do have to be careful when you're taking it off. So don't put a lot on. But I definitely like to use it to kind of give a more shimmery glitter effect. So I'm gonna be just doing the outer corner of where I placed all the shimmer at, just kind of give it more of a, just, you know, just up a little bit. You could kind of see like it's definitely giving a little bit more glitter. You know, I gotta add my glitter on everything, but just, you know, just to kind of still keep it neutral, but put a little bit of flair onto it. So I like to add that, you know, along the line of where I ended my concealer at on the eyelid. So I'm just kind of blending it in, making sure it looks like it goes together. So I'm gonna be doing, after my eyeliner, I'm gonna be going ahead and do my foundation, which is Fenty Beauty the matte, and the color and the shade 330. Of course, make sure you shake it up before you apply. So I just go ahead and put just a little slight amount on my back of my hand. I don't put a lot on. I don't need a lot of coverage, so I definitely like to just put a little bit on, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply it with a brush. Now I know when first application it's gonna look like it's way too light for me, but once I blend it in, it's definitely gonna blend in together. So let's just go ahead and put that on. So once I am done with foundation, I'm going to go ahead and use the Fenty Beauty concealer. Go ahead and conceal under my eyes, my nose, my forehead, and along my cheek line. So just a little bit, not too much. I really need that much concealing down the middle, a little bit to the side as well. And I also put some in the corners of my mouth, that way it doesn't crease when I go ahead and put my lipstick on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that. I like to immediately kind of blend it in. Besides under my eyes, I like to let that set for a couple, maybe a minute or two. But for everything else, I like to just go ahead and apply on it with my beauty blender. To now be contour my face with the LA Girl Pro shade in, I believe, toffee or coffee, I forgot what color, but I like to just put a little bit on my back of my hand. As you can see, I use a brush, but I still like to kind of use my beauty blender to blend it in a little bit, that way it's not as harsh. I definitely don't put a lot, I don't know what I'm saying when I'm talking, but I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out with my beauty blender so it won't look as harsh on my face, to blend it a little bit. I like to use a brush to apply it now, because like I said, when I apply the actual applicator on, it's definitely just a harsh line. So I definitely like to just use a brush and then kind of go along the jawline and then kind of push it forward, and then use a beauty blender to kind of blend it out a little bit more so it looks a little bit more natural. I don't like contour a lot when it comes to my face, as I'm so light, but you know, just a little bit on the corners. And then I'm gonna do my forehead, but I'm gonna use a little bit more on my forehead. I mean, clearly you really can't see it anyway when I take my bang from the side, but you'll still be able to tell. So I'm gonna just go ahead and keep blending it out with my beauty blender until I feel like it's perfectly even and enough so you can tell I contour my face. Ahead and doing my nose, so my contouring my nose. Like I said, I like to use a brush to apply it because I don't like the harsh line whenever I do with the applicator. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out with my brush, my beauty blender, and then just kind of blend that in to make sure it's not harsh. That way it look a little contoured, honey. Go ahead and set my face with my Tarte setting spray mist and go ahead and let that air dry. Gonna be highlighting with the overpacked shade from the same palette. I definitely need to get like some more highlighting colors besides my trophy wax, but I'm gonna go ahead and use that. It's still effective and cute, so I'm just going ahead and applying my lashes. I went ahead and put on mascara before, but I noticed that when I was actually putting it on, I wasn't in the view of the camera. But I went ahead and just put them on with my tweezer. I do have the actual like lash applicator, but I noticed that the tweezers are a little bit more effective, but it really all depends on what you prefer. Lashes aren't really that hard to apply. I definitely thought it was more difficult than I realized, but it's definitely just making sure that it's glue on there and that it's placed correctly and making sure that it actually fits your eye shape correctly. So it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be, so it's actually pretty easy. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my lip. I'm going to be using NYX. I believe it's the dark brown shade on my lip liner. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that dark brown shade to outline my lip really quick. I definitely don't... I'm more of a red lip girl, as you guys probably see in my pictures. But I definitely do like kind of a neutral like tone with it. So I definitely like to play around with different colors every now and then. So just gonna go ahead and using that shade, and then I'm gonna be using, I gotta find the names of these colors, but it's more of like a nude shade. It's all NYX though. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on and blend it out with my brush. Definitely make sure whenever you're using more than one color for your lips that you blend it out. That way it doesn't look like you literally just have 2-3 colors on. Like, make sure everything is blended in, because Lord knows people will call you out on it if you post a picture and your shit not blended in. Okay, so definitely make sure that's blended in so it just looks nicer, crispier, better shade for your lips. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and put on a touch of my pink shade in the middle, and then blend it out again with my brush to kind of give it more like, just to put a little more pop onto it. Definitely not too much though, but like I said, it's gonna come out, you know, just kind of a neutral nude tone to your lips overall. Like I said, just make sure you blend it out, that's all. Like, if anything else, blend everything out, whether it's foundation, your eyeshadow, anything. Just make sure it doesn't look like you just did a one big line on your face, because people are gonna say something. People always got something to say. But yeah, just definitely make sure you just blend everything in. I went ahead and put some more brown lip liner along my lip to kind of give more in depth to the top lip. So yeah, it looks pretty cute. It's so pretty. So guys, this is the final look. I love this look. Definitely still a little color glitter, but thank you guys again for watching my tutorial. I definitely be back again with another video, but like, comment, subscribe, and thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you again with another video. See you guys soon.